This is a HeadGum podcast.
Gather round! I like that! Yeah!
Yes! Mess around.
Mess around!
That's what I'm talking about.
Uh-huh!
Stand all day. Mess around. All night. Look at that. Look at mess.
They messing around.
All right, you guys. So, season 5, episode 2. What about Fred? Written by Matt Fussfeld and Alex Cuthbertson, and directed by the incredible Eric Appel. This episode starring the greats. I mean, it's the greats.
Yes. Oh, 100%.
We got Taran Killam, and we got Henry Winkler, and Julie Hagerty. And I'm telling you, so Taran, I did a movie called Killing Gunther with Schwarzenegger that Taran wrote, directed, and starred in. And he's just the most talented human. He is so funny. And when we get to it later in the episode, but, you know, he's SNL, Nasim is SNL, and that moment where the breakdancing, like you're about to breakdance, but you're not breakdancing, that I feel like was just like them just doing their improv comedy, like warm-up exercise.
Yeah, that's a warm-up exercise.
Where she's just sitting there being like, how much, and he's loving it. As Taran, he's loving it. There's no Fred in that. That's just like Taran and Nasim in like an SNL warm-up sketch to me.
Oh my God, I just ran into him again at Marcelo Hernandez's stand-up special. He had a premiere for a special.
That special's so good.
So good. And looking in that room, I mean, Adam Sandler is in there. You got Taran in there. You got Chloe Fineman in there. A lot of SNL people were in that room. And I was just kind of like, my mind was, because I'm a huge SNL fan. You know, obviously I did the movie. But I'm like, this is a fraternity of people who are so damn good at what they do and are so connected, because they were all roasting each other back and forth, doing bits, doing whole, like, he had a story about each one of them at the end of his special. He gave like a speech or whatever. And that moment, and we'll get to it, where him and Nasim are just going back and forth, I was like, for me as a fan, as an improv fan, but also as a SNL fan, I remember me being in that moment watching, going like, this is wild.
Crazy. Those fly on the wall moments that you get to have sometimes at certain parties or events or things you get invited to are crazy, because it does feel a little out of body.
Yeah.
I'll say that there's something, I was talking to someone about this the other day, where it's not like you and I started in this business as like kids or like early teens. You know, we were in our mid-late 20s before we did anything on camera. So you are really building your foundation and love of comedy and those shows and acting just as a fan, just like everybody else, sitting on your couch and really figuring out what makes you laugh, what makes you cry, what connects with you. And so, because you're not brought up in the industry of it all. And so when you have those moments, you really go out of your body a little bit, because you're like, wow, if like 12-year-old Hannah ever knew.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you don't realize, especially like when you're in it, you see how epic it is. And then when you look back on it, you see how epic it is. But before, like when you were a kid or when you're much younger, you don't think that that's a possibility. Yeah. Like you don't, there's no way to comprehend that. There's no way to comprehend that you're going to be, you know, a performer as well. And you're going to be performing with that person and that person and that person. And you're going to hang out with that. You're like, what? Anyway.
Yeah, it's a very overwhelming thing. And I remember, I feel like Killing Gunther we must have done after this. I did it after. So, and my path didn't really cross with Taran in this episode. And I was just stunned, because he was like the king of SNL. It was such a huge get. It was massive. And then he also crushed it. And I remember just being like, I'm going to stay out of everyone's way, because it just feels intimidating at the time. Yeah, it was very cool. Okay, so let's dive right in. Great episode. One of the funniest. Just the murderer's row of guest stars. So it starts, bang, it's official. Nick and Schmidt officially signed their contract as part owners of the bar.
Wait. I have to do the quickie.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I got so excited.
It's Hannah, you're so excited. We don't know if it's the cocaine that now that you're back in LA.
Have you you notice me? I just sit here and all I do is have like 9 cups of coffee.
Same here.
I stopped drinking coffee for a while, but when you go back on, it's like, it's worse.
Oh my God, yes.
Yeah.
It gives you ulcers. Anyway, Jess decides to dip a toe back into the dating pool and meets Fred, a guy who lives with his parents. That's not the problem, though. The problem is that Fred sucks and his parents don't suck. As in, she loves them and she wants to keep them around forever, just without Fred. Now, while all that's going on, Nick and Schmidt officially become part owners of the bar. Schmidt convinces Nick to boss up, but Schmidt's iron fist rules for managing don't look so good on old Nick Miller. The boy just can't handle it. Let's get into it.
Your mother. No, doesn't work there. Doesn't work there?
Your mother.
Okay.
What the fuck you talking about? The fuck?
Hold on. Bop, the mic goes. You just bust through my doors right now. God, you're so fast. How dare you? All right, okay, so now I can do it. Bam!
Yeah.
It's exciting. It's official. Nick and Schmidt officially signed their contract as part owners of the bar.
That's right.
This is also, I forgot about this bit, and it delighted me every time it happened in the episode, the Cece Schmidt dynamic.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
Because she's like, isn't it weird? Like me working for you? He's like, nah, babe, we're going to keep it separate. We're going to keep it separate. Like Nick's the boss. And they do it several times in the episode. And I love it so much. I love the fact that they do keep it separate and they respect it and they're proud of each other and they're just hyping each other up. Dream couple. Love it very much.
100%.
This, by the way, it was aspirational to me because I used to work at a bar. The idea that you could try to slide it down, they do it in all those movies. Like, I remember my mom watching that movie Cocktail with Tom Cruise, and there was all of those bar tricks in it. They make it always look so easy in
Sliding
movies
the
and
drink
TV,
down.
just sliding the drink perfectly. And I love the struggle that Nick has. It's
But it is easy,
very
though.
real. It doesn't seem that easy.
It's easy. I do it all the time.
Okay, when I come over, you're going to show me.
I do it all the time.
We'll tape it for you guys. You guys can see it. It's that easy.
It's so simple. It's so simple. And Schmidt tells him that it's time to stop dicking around because he's doing it and he's breaking glasses. Mm-hmm. And he's like, you're the dude. You got to establish yourself as a leader. You have to be a manager. And Winston's having a little gab with the gals. And he tells them that, KC hasn't texted back. They've been on 5 dates and he doesn't know where they stand.
I'm not a dater. I never really dated. Would that be 5 dates? You'd want to have some conversation about?
Maybe it doesn't have to be a conversation, but it can. I think relationships, if you like each other, they build. So the communication becomes more and more frequent. And if she hasn't texted him back, that's not a good thing.
Sure.
After 5 dates, I think, because after 5 dates, I'm assuming they've done the thing.
Well, that's what I was gonna say. Is it like once there's been like some intimacy? Is that when we have to have like a conversation? Like, is that how it goes? I don't know, you guys.
I think you got to be intimate. I think you got to be intimate like 4 times, 5 times, just to be like, all right, what is this?
Once per date, and now we can talk.
Yeah, but I'm just like, are we buddies? Are we insert friends? I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, what are we?
Insert friends is crazy.
Are we friction friends? What are we?
This is why I don't do the game shows with you. Insert friends. I'll never be able to hold my face together.
Oh, God.
Okay, so Jess just wishes, I know a lot of people have this feeling, you could skip all the hard work of dating and just like dive into the comfy, cozy Cece and Schmidt phase because they're being so booed up. It's so cute.
Yeah.
There does happen to be a guy named Fred who invited her over to watch a movie, but it's in the daytime, though. Is that weird? By the way, that would be like my dream date. Come like hang on my couch, watch a movie in the daytime.
Yeah. What's wrong with that?
Love that. I love that idea for a date.
My nights are for my other women. What do you think? What do you think this is?
I love how Winston's like, but what if she has like a dope ass home theater? Because look at that Winston manifest in real life. Because Lamorne does have a dope ass home theater.
I do. I love
I
movies.
know you do.
Oh,
Okay.
my God. And then cut to Fred, Taran, in his dope-ass home theater.
That's right. And you go like, wow.
Yeah, and she's
Doing
super
well.
excited. I know, he knows he's doing really well. And then he excuses himself to use the bathroom, and then, surprise, boom, the door opens. Insert Flip and Nancy, a.k.a. Henry Winkler, the Fonz, and Julie Hagerty. They peek in to see if Jess would like any snacks. And Jess is like, oh, I see. The boy lives with his parents.
That's right.
Now, they shuttle Jess into the kitchen. Jess is surprised by how much love they seem to be in. Like they're in a lot. They're in like love. Basically, we're still in our honeymoon after 35 years of marriage.
Did
And
you notice the mirroring that they did of this? So there's a moment in the beginning of the episode where Schmidt comes around behind Cece and is like holding her like that. And that's like the canoodling bit where, Jess is like, ooh, I want that. And they do the same pose, Flip and Nancy.
Ah, yes.
Right.
I wonder if that was intentional.
For sure. That feels so intentional to me to sit there and be like, she keeps seeing everybody is in like the cozy state of like a great relationship and it's what she wants. I feel like it must have been like a very specific choice.
Right. Now, at the bar, Nick is calling a meeting. Cece's like, why are we here? Everyone's there.
This is my favorite thing. I remember shooting this and I feel like, to be honest, like the coverage of Jake and Max doing that took so long because they kept improving. They kept trying to make the other person laugh. They kept poking each other like crazy. Like it was the funniest, but it took so long because they enjoyed it so much. And so much of what you see is just their genuine chemistry and dynamic at play.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, and it was one of the funniest moments because like Jake playing nervous and weird whenever he's lying about something or he's got like a sweaty back, in this moment he's nervous, sweaty, but he doesn't get taken seriously at all. Everyone's kind of laughing at him, so they're also not listening to him. And watching the frustration was hysterical. So Schmidt pulls him aside for some feedback. The meeting wasn't bad. It was a disaster. And he also tells him he should start dressing better than his employees, so he gives him a tie, which he'll never wear, maybe except on his butt. Anyway, now Ferguson spotting. Jess comes home, finds Winnie brushing Ferguson. There's a knot, right? It's got this weird knot in his hair. I just remember
Matted cat fur is really hard, actually.
That's what I was gonna say. I was as I was in it doing it, I was like, this shouldn't be this hard. Is this really that difficult to get like a knot out of a cat's hair?
It really is.
Just take some clippers and shave it off. They ain't gonna care.
Well, I think a lot of people do cut out the knots if it gets that bad.
Yeah,
also, by the way, it's usually a reflection of the
parent. Winston's a great
get
parent.
to that point. I know. This is why it feels like it wasn't a thought out story point because Winston would never. I mean, especially he takes weekly pictures with his cat. Like I know. He would have noticed it at the beginning of it. Never would have got that bad. So I just like to point that out as a true fan.
But then Jess comes in and she's like, guess what? I took a chance on that guy, Fred, and I'm in love. ... with his parents. She starts to talk very excited about it, and Winston tells her that she seems like she's on cocaine, much like how I feel like Cece is right now, or Hannah is.
Coffee?
And Winston's like, hey, listen, if you really want to be in a relationship, Jess picks up what he's putting down. Then I have to go get to know Fred. Winston suggests a date idea: errands and a smoothie.
I genuinely think we can discuss this on our Patreon and really deep dive into what a great date looks like. But errands and a smoothie is up there.
Yes.
It's perfect. Keep moving, get to know people in different slight environments. Not a big sit-down meal. Grab a quick smoothie. You're not committed if it sucks. But you did, you get to see what their order is. I love errands and a smoothie.
100%. 100%. I don't think I've ever done that on a date. I've done it with like someone I'm in a relationship with.
For sure.
But like going to what if one of your errands is like gonna go pick up something for your other woman?
I also think that errands in a smoothie can't be initiated by a man. Like if a man was like, I got to go get my dry cleaning and I'm going to get a shake. You want to come with me? I'd be like, boy,
Yeah.
bye. But if a girl is like, I need to go shopping and do this thing and then get a smoothie, you want to come with me? That man should say yes.
No,
that
no,
woman,
no.
That one, they come hang out with her.
No.
No?
Because nowadays that sounds like a trap. Come shop. I have to go shopping. Can you come? Then next thing you know, his credit card is out.
You've been Pretty Woman too many times, huh?
He's like, how did I spend $88,000 today? how did I
On one
do that?
Air One smoothie.
God
We didn't
dang.
even go shopping yet.
I know.
Okay, so bar meeting number 2 has begun. Schmidt dumps uniforms on everyone, announces all drinks will not be measured. There'll be a 1 napkin minimum. Everyone moans and groans. Obviously, this is not the vibe.
No, it's not. So Nick tells Schmidt that everything he just did makes him want to give Schmidt a wedgie, which I've had that happen to me before. Someone gave me a wedgie once when I was younger.
Did they lift you up? Was it like a violent wedgie?
It was
you
a
get
violent-
lifted.
Yeah. It was a cousin. Actually. Yeah. So I knocked his teeth out. Anyway, Schmidt says, you need to rule with an iron fist. No mercy. Nick can't believe it. You're not suggesting Cobra Kai rules, are you? Yes, because everyone will lose their jobs if the bar goes under. So Nick, he steals himself and says, give me the tie. Then he tries to wrap it around his head. Anyway, as an aside, aren't they only 10% owners of this bar?
Yeah, it's
I mean,
amazing. 10% owners. That's also split. So they're 5% owners each. They're making a lot of big decisions.
I'm like, who? Like, how? How?
So buying all new uniforms, even just buy it's expensive. We're
That's
like
your
putting money up
10%.
front.
That's your 10%.
That's it. You just spent it all on polos.
Yeah, on polos that you could have got from TJ Maxx for a discount. Now,
Oh man, so Jess shows up for her date with Fred, whose parents immediately invite her to the park to go painting park day. And Jess, she steals herself and she's like, I have to refuse because she knows she has to hang out with Fred. And then Fred finally is just like, we can just chill with my parents. And she's like, yeah, let's
Yes.
do that. That
Oh,
sounds
yes.
like the best.
oh yes. Now we cut to Nick. He's in a tie. And he's testing out this no mercy approach. First with Cece, who calls his bluff and gets a bit sassy with it. I mean, she basically pours an entire bottle of rum into one glass.
Yeah, don't tell me how to pour a drink, number one, first of all.
Yeah.
But that little like gif or gif?
I want to say GIF. I say GIF all the time,
I
but I'm
say
just going to
gif,
say.
but I
say
feel
GIF.
like I was corrected for many years to the gif.
Me, I was.
Anyway, whatever. That is, I've been sent that a cajillion times
Oh, yeah. Were you pouring that?
with like a dead stare.
Yeah.
Mondays, am I right?
But you pissed me off in that moment.
Me?
Yeah.
Why?
Because you're like, I'm not sure what drink you're making, if it's just rum straight. But that was, if I'm the person getting this drink, I'm going to be like, I don't know who you mad at, but like, this ain't what I ordered. Like,
Just a glass of whiskey. Here
just
you
a
go.
bit of rum. I think it was rum, wasn't it?
Yeah, something. I don't know.
Yeah.
It was not good. You're not going to want to drink it.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, anyway. So he's testing this out, tries it with Cece, but then there's Javier, who isn't wearing his new uniform. He said someone broke into his house and stole that ugly shirt.
Funny.
And Nick tells him
Always
to put on
funny.
the shirt. Yeah, I know. But Javier doesn't want to put the damn shirt on. So then he also slides a shot glass down the bar. Even after Nick tells him to stop doing it, it breaks
I
the
have to
glass.
say, listen, I have to say, Javier is kind of out of line.
He is. He was, as his boss was asking him to do something, and he was trying to let him know, because they do have
They're
a
making
fun
it seem like
relationship.
Nick Miller was like way out of pocket.
Yeah,
And
your
I was
character
like,
did that.
Yeah, I was like, Javier, bro, like you can't just have your way the entire time. I don't know.
And so he just fired him.
Yeah.
And he's like, you changed, man. And then, Cece tries to rally the troops, and she does. And she gets everybody to walk out.
Yep.
Now, Schmidt, what an idiot. Can we just take a moment to appreciate Cece?
Imagine if this is you
Yeah.
and your friend who owned the bar, and his girlfriend or fiance leads a strike against your business,
Yes.
and then wants to say to you, Lamorne, man, can we just take a second to appreciate Crystal?
I'd be
She's
like, hell no.
phenomenal.
Crystal.
Oh, man. It's
God.
so sweet.
I'm going to end up marrying somebody named Crystal.
See, a lot of, I know you are, really. Lauren, Crystal, Jade.
Opal. What? Man, I'm named Opal.
Turquoise, amethyst. Okay, all right. Jess comes home. Oh, yeah. So people apparently agree with us. There's a lot of people on Reddit that are just like, this is crazy by this plot line. It's like it went way too far because those are kind of like a few new rules that are also kind of standard in any bar. But they kind of had to sell the point that Nick would fire someone. So
Yeah.
they had to kind of make that happen. I get it.
Yeah. It's literally a few rules
Yeah.
to make sure the bar stays open.
Yeah, I feel like they kind of missed that part, though. They needed to explain, like, hey, you guys, we're trying to save your... They missed the part in communicating the need for the adjusted rules.
Right.
So then Jess comes home to Winston, who's still working on the knotted fur. Again, this is the one plot line that does bug me. Not so much with the bar stuff, but the Ferguson it does not track for Winnie the Bish.
So you can get a knot out quickly is what you're saying.
No, they just don't let it happen. If you brush your cat, there's no matted fur.
Okay.
That's a sign of neglect. And we all know there's no way Winnie is neglecting Ferguson.
Nah. Anyway.
Okay. So Fred's parents are in tow, and Fred, and Winnie is like, what are you doing? We made a plan. And she said, you need to go spend 5 minutes alone with Fred. Go get some cheese to have with the wine. And so she's like, Winnie's trying to help her in her relationship. And then you have a little Jess Winnie flirt moment. Didn't see that coming.
This happens multiple times in this show.
So weird.
Where she throws it at me. Just throws it at me. And I'm like, enough. And he even tells her, not the time, Jess. This ain't the time. This ain't that time.
But now Winston is about to be charmed by the parents.
Oh, yeah. So while Jess is spending a few minutes with Fred, his parents turn into therapists for Winston. Yeah. Nancy says, I don't think it's Fergie's knot that's bothering you. I think that the knot that's bothering you is right here. And she points to his heart hole. And he tells him the truth, that he doesn't know where he stands with Casey. And he can't talk to her because he's ashamed. Mm-hmm. And Fred's dad suggests that he be vulnerable and let her in. And I think that's true for most men out there. Be more vulnerable.
So now, Fred, what? Did you freeze? Oh, you froze. I thought there was a dramatic pause.
Which one?
You froze at that exact moment when you said let her in. Your computer froze or my computer froze you. And I was just like, wow, you're really leaning into this moment.
No, I might have froze.
Wow. Okay, so meanwhile, Fred gets the green light to open up to Jess, and so reminds me of the Bruce Willis, Jennifer Aniston Friends moment, where they push to get the guy to open up, and then all of a sudden, nightmare. Absolute nightmare. Go back. I don't want to know. I don't want to hear it all. Please don't do it. So, like Bubba from Forrest Gump talking about shrimp, Fred opens up and talks all about his chases. And it is boring.
It is boring, but funny. And then when they get back to the loft, Winston and Fred's parents are laughing it up, having a grand old time. Jess pulls him aside. He says, I love flipping Nan. And she's like, I hate Fred. See, Fred's not shy. He just sucks. I got to break up with that human pile of saltine dust. Mm-hmm. They scheme a plan on how to keep Flip and Nancy as friends because they're so awesome. Yeah. Jess will catch Flip and Nan to talk to them alone while Winston distracts Fred. Yeah. Okay, boom. So that's the plan. Now, meanwhile, at the bar, it's overloaded with customers, but no staff because, again, Cece staged a coup and everybody walked out. And you got Nick and Schmidt that are overwhelmed, which is so wild to me because remember, Nick was a bartender there basically by himself. I don't understand why
I guess when you have no staff though, and you got to do all the things.
But just watching him so confused, I'm like, you know how to make drinks though.
Yeah, it's very strange. Cece is sitting at the bar but she's not going to scab and help them out. She's just there to support her fiance. Again, this dynamic is my favorite. It's so sweet, and it was so fun to play.
Yeah.
Nick then realizes it's all his fault. He's got to apologize to Javier. Cece suggests basically that is the right thing to do, and Schmidt swoons at her great idea.
Mm-hmm. Now,
So at dinner, Jess does hang out with Flip and Nancy. And then she makes it a little awkward because she goes, look, I just want to hang out with the two of you, and I'm done with Fred. And Jess says, look, he's not a good match for me, but you guys are amazing. They say, we feel the same way. They say, we don't understand because the apple fell so far from the tree. But then they do something which feels crazy.
they're just shitting on their son.
Shitting on their son, and then also like trying to blackmail this woman who does not want to be with that man, and using themselves as the carrot on the stick. I was like, what?
That was wild. That was wild. But that's when you know, listen, if you know your kid sucks, then you know your kid sucks. You know what I mean? Like they know. They know. They live together. They like, no, this dude's trash. We love him, but he's trash.
That'd be so terrible.
Oh yeah. Anyway,
So
meanwhile,
Winston's trying to stall Fred.
Yeah.
So he makes a call.
Yeah. He calls Allie. They stage a little pullover situation. So Allie, who's being a good dude and helping her partner kill time with Fred, she tells Winston that for his next test, he needs to pretend to breakdance, but not actually breakdance. For some reason, Fred takes this upon himself to do the breakdance.
So funny. This is also a famous New Girl bit.
Yeah.
It's so funny, but I will say it's the best this bit could have ever been. And it would have been a great bit no matter what, but it's the best version of this bit because of Taran. And then because of Nasim.
Oh, yeah.
Like their unspoken chemistry in this bit is perfect.
One of the best. One of the best. Now, Nick and Schmidt, they find Javier. They go to his apartment. Schmidt, of course, approaches things like a dick. And
I think you pronounce it dick.
Like a dick.
Yeah.
C-O-C-K. And at first puts the onus on Javier to apologize.
Yeah, because you're not supposed to ever say you're sorry, which also, no, say you're sorry.
Yeah. And then that's when Nick jumps in and says, look, I'm sorry. I messed up. I've never been a boss before, and it's weird. He opens up with honesty and authenticity that wins Javier back.
Did you take a peek at Javier's apartment? Because that looks like everybody's apartment when I first moved to LA looked like Javier's apartment.
Oh yeah, it looked like that, but it also looked like Daisy's apartment, Brenda Song's apartment. Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. All of them look the same. Like that's just a classic LA living by yourself apartment of that time period.
Oh yeah. Now Flip and Nance, they continue to try to hook Jess up. You know what I mean? Like, or hook her. You're the child that we always wanted to have. You know, they suggest everyone take a trip to their 18th century Vermont farmhouse. It's almost like they wrote that specifically for Zoe, because I feel like Zoe owns the 18th century Vermont farmhouse.
Yeah, it really does feel like this is fully in Zoe's wheelhouse. And I know Zoe's got such mad love for those two actors, too, that play the parents. So I feel like all of this, I feel like Zoe's like lift of acting was minimal she had to do for this episode because it was all her love languages.
Oh, 100%. And she seems so close to breaking because everything about this whole situation, except the relationship part, is basically her dream. Like, this is all the things that she wants. Now, you know, Winston and Fred, they show up at the restaurant, and Nancy tells him, Jess was just saying how much she liked model trains. Now, he goes on his rant, but that he improvised a lot of that. And he said,
you can tell that's Taran at his absolute best.
What's funny is that he said he has no idea. He knows nothing about trains.
I know, but he can just do it on the dime. He can say things that sound so real because he is like a professional sketch actor. Like he knows just to lean in to say things and make it sound right. Oh, he's so good.
He talks for almost a minute, like straight about, and he's making stuff up in the most monotone voice. all about trains.
Did you have a vision in your head of him with the hat doing the model train thing? I thought that was in this episode. My brain thought we were going to see him with his model trains.
Maybe they shot something, and I don't know why we would see it though.
I don't know. I kept saying like, oh, that's going to be at the end or something. We're going to see him with the model trains. And
Maybe
then
it was in the
never
script,
happened.
maybe it was in the script and it never happened.
Maybe. I should text
cut.
Taran and be like, "Did you ever shoot something actually with model trains?"
Yeah.
I thought we were going to see it.
Oh, although we got to interview him, he wants to be on the show again.
Oh,
Not again.
Taran!
Yeah, he wants to be on the show, I should say.
I love Taran. Come on anytime. So she gets tempted, man. This is like everything that Jess would ever dream for in her life, but she goes, I can't do it. And she has to literally run out of there because it's too good. Everything is too good, but he just sucks that much.
Yes. And now the parents, they make one final plea.
Yeah.
Terry Gross is their next door neighbor in Vermont.
Yeah, that's what causes her to run. She's like, I can't. It's only going to get better. I got to go.
When I rewatched it, I had the TV on low. My TV gets loud in my room, and Lily was in bed already, so I was having it on low, and I didn't have the subtitles on. And when she said it initially, I thought she said Terry Crews lives next door. I was like, Terry Crews is gonna get just excited. I was like, maybe
Twist.
Terry Crews.
Twist.
But anyway, back at the bar, Schmidt says, "You're right, Nick. A bar just isn't just a place of business. It's a place for people," which is something he truly hates about it. And Nick says, "That's why as a manager, I'm thinking I have to fire you." Schmidt says, "Maybe you should earn enough money someday and then you could buy me out and run the place on your own." Again, they only own 10%. Anyway,
Yeah.
Nick, you really think I could, Schmidt? Yeah, absolutely. You know what I mean? Then he tries to make a your mother joke when he's calling her what do you call her? A bitch, a dirty bitch, dumb bitch.
Or a dirty old bitch. Something that is like,
And it's not working.
and the way he says it, his delivery is so bad, like mean.
Then he keeps going.
I know. He's like, I'll try, keep trying. I'm going to get the bit. I'm going to keep going. And you're just like, oh my, even I just watched it. I was cringing on my couch.
Yeah, it fails. Now, Winston and Jess, they give themselves a moment to be sad about the loss of Flippin' Nancy. You know, I was about one park day away from a Vermont model train themed wedding. Just LCC. And to cap it all off, we have one more peek at Nasim and Taran. The breakdancing footage is actually insane because they keep going. They keep going and they keep going and they keep going. Just like you said, it's an improv exercise that could never end. It didn't matter what. It didn't matter. I think I remember that being the case. Nasim was just saying stuff.
That's you can see when she was just like, I don't believe you. Now be underwater. And I was just like, there's no way any of that's written. It's just her pushing it and Taran loving it, right?
Oh, yeah.
Because it's the layers where he has to commit. It's so, use your hands, more hands. It's so good. What a great episode, man.
Great episode.
The cast on this, like the guest stars that we have that join our cast, it just kept elevating up and up and up and up. It's the show, man.
What I remember about this one, which is really cool, is that was my one time working with Henry Winkler. I remember a year or so later, we were at some event and it was a red carpet. And I famously hate red carpets because I don't know how to pose and do all that stuff. I just want to hurry up and get into the event or whatever.
Sure.
And so sometimes I would do like bits when they would say, "Lord, over here," and I would do like a face or just look, I'd be self-deprecating. And I remember Henry Winkler was there on the red carpet and he comes over, gives me a big hug, and then he whispers in my ear. And he said, they take those photos of you making those weird faces and they last forever. He's like, and when you get older, you might look back and go, "Ooh, what a bad choice I made." He's like, unless you like the choice. He goes, if anything, just look still, smile, just keep going. He's like,
I love him.
He was like, so just be warned that if you don't know what to do, just smile. Just smile and keep it moving.
Henry.
And I was like, he is definitely fatherly.
Yeah, that's so loving. That's such a loving thing to do, to be like, if it's your choice, that's great. I just want to let you know as someone further down the road in this that You
might
should
regret
really
it.
consider what you're doing. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
so sweet, Henry Winkler.
And I did.
His performance with Bill Hader in their show
Barry.
Barry's one of my favorite shows I've ever seen in my entire life. Barry's
yeah.
almost like a perfect show, and Henry Winkler blew the doors off of that
Yeah.
show. He's a phenomenal actor,
Didn't
and
he win
I'm
an
so
Emmy for that, or get
grateful.
nominated for an Emmy for that?
I don't know. They should give him all the awards for that. Like, to me, that was like,
Yeah.
wow. You see people who, again, people kind of pigeonhole them at a certain point, who later in life, some of them get a chance to really show what they're capable of. And it does just like, it's beautiful. And also great, great people. Like, I see that happening with Jamie Lee Curtis this past 5-6 years, like having this massive resurgence, and you see how crazy talented that woman is. And we all know that, but it's really cool to be able to watch someone like switch genres, show different sides of themselves. Henry Winkler, man, one of the best. We are back with the Roomy message of the week from Ashley. Do you want me to read it? Do you want to read it?
Sure, you go ahead.
Okay. Hey, Lamorne and Hannah, I have been binging the pod. Oh, thank you. And heard the recap of the time you all went to the San Diego Zoo. Lamorne said that one of the gorillas was behind him, was eating his own poop, and was wondering if that is normal. Well, I'm a gorilla zookeeper in Seattle, and I will tell you, they 100% eat their own feces. But that is a very normal occurrence on the daily, especially when it comes fresh out of the oven. Thought you should know. I also want to say that the show, and especially your characters, have brought me and my husband so much joy and laughter. We only recently watched the series for the first time over the course of 1 week, and we've never laughed so hard. My job is wonderful, but it also can be emotionally draining, and I watch the show and listen to your podcast to bring me calmness through laughter, and it really helps me stay positive throughout the day. Thank you for all that you do, and if you're ever in Seattle and want to meet some animals, hit me up. Love, a deeply devoted fan, Ashley. I will say one little thing. Ashley, first of all, thanks so much.
Thank you.
I love fact checking. I love someone listening to the podcast, hearing that we have a question, answering it from a professional standpoint.
Yes.
I would say fresh out of the oven made me barf in my mouth. I will also say
Kind of the same thing.
that actually it wasn't the San Diego Zoo. Maybe we misspoke, but it was the LA Zoo. And I was just there a couple days ago, and there is a baby gorilla that was born. And everybody was crying. There's a baby orangutan, a baby gorilla, and 3 baby chimps that were born. 5 little baby primates. And it was the baby gorilla was the only baby I saw. I didn't see the chimps or the orangutan, much to my dismay. But the baby gorilla, so everybody was waiting and waiting and waiting, hoping for a glimpse. And then they could see off to the side, like the mama. But you couldn't see the baby. She had her back. And then all the other gorillas came out and kind of were doing distracting things, like jumping and sliding and being really silly and starfishing their bodies. And then the mama came out with her back and just was trying to inch across to get to the other side. And everybody, of course, as soon as she came out, went like, ooh, like that.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, this silverback gorilla came out and sat in the middle with his back towards us and just kept giving us the dirtiest looks. And then the mama kept inching with the baby, and the rest of them did put on the clown show. And then right as the mama just tried to turn her body to get to a safe spot where she could be alone with the baby, we saw the tiny little baby gorilla. So maybe we'll post that because it was very cute and it was so tiny. But man, the gorilla family, don't mess with the gorilla family because that silverback was not having any of our nonsense.
I hate to be that guy, but I think they were upset because they were in captivity.
For sure. All of it felt wrong. I felt so sad
No
for the
disrespect,
mama and
Ashley.
the baby.
No disrespect, Ashley.
It's hard. It's a hard thing. Zoos are hard for many, many reasons. And I will say I got very sad because I was like, that mama, nobody should be standing around staring at the mama. And I appreciated the silverback being like, this is not right.
That's
what he was
my
saying.
lady. Stop looking at my lady. Look at my ass instead. Watch me eat this. Watch me eat this. Plop. Delicious.
They don't do it in the wild. They do it in the zoo. And there's a reason for it. It's to punish us. And we deserve it. Well, thank you, Ashley. Thank you for all that you do in helping sweet animals.
Yes.
It's important work. And thank you for telling us about the gorillas. What a great episode. The best guest stars, man. Another banger. Season 5 off to a good start.
Oh, yeah. Thank you for listening. We'll be back next week with episode 503, Jury Duty. And please make sure you follow us on IG and TikTok at The Mess Around Pod. Subscribe to The Mess Around Pod on YouTube. Hit the notification
Oh, wait. Can
bell.
I say something quickly to interrupt? I just would like to say so many people have talked to us about True American and wanting True American shirts and caps. Oh, my gosh. We have the best ones on our website. Please go to themessaroundpod.com and you can see our True American shirts and caps. We should wear them next week.
Yeah, let's wear some True American stuff.
Yeah.
Send us your questions. Also, before you do that, I mean, go do that as well, but make sure you hit the notification bell. You got to hit the notification bell and you got to leave comments. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I think
please.
that really,
We read them. We know.
Yeah.
We see you.
And your questions, you got comments, concerns, all that stuff, you can hit us at themessaroundpod@gmail.com as well. And our Patreon. Boom. Thank you to all the people who have become patrons. We love you. Tell your friends about the exclusivity. Patreon.com/themessaroundpod. We love you. Or I love you. Hannah, I can't speak for her.
I was waiting for a moment to go, choo choo. And then I thought, I hate it. I'm not going to do it. And now that's what I was doing.
Choo
That's
choo.
how I'm going to. Sorry, you guys. We'll see you next week.
The Mess Around is a HeadGum podcast created and hosted by Hannah Simone and Lamorne Morris. The show is produced by Wendy Heisler and engineered by Sam Rogich, with production support from Kyle Chevron and Ali Khan. Our executive producer is Anya Kanovskaya. Katie Moose is our VP of Content at HeadGum. Our theme music is by Ronald Jukebox Jackson. For more podcasts by HeadGum, visit headgum.com or wherever you listen to your favorite shows.
That was a HeadGum podcast.